in the mood for a bit of nostalgia. Immerse yourself in the world of the radio waves of yesteryear by listening to our exclusive recordings. Each video will surprise you with unforgettable musical finds. Click the subscribe button to stay up to date with our regular updates. And now, rock the jingle.
Let's listen to this dramatic show, which was popular in the early days of radio.
Airchecks by Radio Mania.
Well, take good.
Bobby B on WROR. It's 7 minutes past the hour of 5. This is Arnie Woo Ginsburg serenading you with all the golden goodies. You know, Suffolk Furniture Warehouse in Lynn isn't kidding. They're open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 9.
Emerson's Limited is celebrating its 6th anniversary with an incredibly priced feast. Check the yellow pages for the Emerson's nearest you.
A reminder, Family Service Association of Greater Boston is sponsoring a 6-week workshop for parents of adolescents starting April 12th. The fee for the workshop is on a sliding scale. I think they weigh in your adolescent. WROR suggests you call for info. WROR. Remember Peppermint Lounge, Joey D and the Starlighters? And that's when you learned how to do the twist, the Peppermint twist. Oh.
Well, they gotta do the dance and it goes like this.
Yeah. Arnie Ginsburg remembering the early 50s. This one by the Penguins and Earth Angel. I think she's an angel. I don't know whether those are wings or she has big ears, but we'll find out. This is a classic.
Earth Angel. WROR, solid gold. We're Jay and the Americans, and listen to the Ginsburg Show. He'll wow you.
Woo you.
I mean woo you. Woo. Look, woo-woo. Woo-woo. Listen to woo-woo.
Your bicentennial blast from the past on WROR. Woo Ginsburg here. There's only one approach to motorcycle insurance that'll work quickly for you. The Dan Potter sensible approach to cycle insurance. Call him for a quote tomorrow.
Boston's bicentennial bivalve, the giant clam, is holding America's rock and roll idols captive. But Captain 98, defender of doo-wop and champion of rock and roll, is on the scene. A drawing breaks all ties. Enter as often as you like. Tomorrow, Dr. Bernetic takes a dive on WROR.
I tell you, that giant clam has so many psychological problems, he's going to end up as a Freud clam. A Freud clam. Here's Dion, the Wanderers.
I'm the type of guy who will never settle down.
The Wanderer, Dion. I'm Arnie Ginsburg, the Wandering Woo, bringing it all back home on WROR. That's good song, times, and wonderful.
Sometimes we walk hand in hand by the sea.
And that's the way it was at times. Wonderful. I'm old aching adenoids, Arnie Ginsburg, with your Sunday blast from the past, right here, WROR.
In the still of the night, we're always there to make things go right. Just jump in your car or walk down the street. Mr. 24 is just what you need in the still of the night. In the still of the night at the store. And bread and cards and cakes and much more. Posters and pies, chips and dips. Try us some time for that last minute gift at the store 24. At the store 24.
You can visit Store 24. They're open 24 hours a day and in the still of the night, too, every day in Lowell, Lawrence, Worcester, and throughout greater Massachusetts. WROR weather tonight. It's going to be cloudy with lows in the upper 30s. And tomorrow, sunny and sheer, that's for sure, with highs in the low 50s.
WROR.
4 seasons.
Big girls don't cry. Big girls don't
and classy lady, Dion Warwick. Do you know the way to San Jose? Arnie Ginsburg, your host. Up and down the New England coast, right here on WROR. And tonight at 6, The Carpenters.
Why do birds suddenly appear?
Today, you'll spend an hour with them as New England Music City presents the greatest hitmakers of all time. Carpenters, today at 6, right after Arnie Woo Woo Ginsburg, here on the Golden Great 98.
WROR.
The Mackerels are the Marcels and Blue Moon, Woo Moon. Well, you know, Elvis Presley and Roy Orbison, Johnny Cash all recorded for Sun Records when they started out. This was what early Johnny Cash sounded like. I walk the line because you're mine. Got a long introduction here, longer than the song. Here comes Johnny Cash on the line.
I keep a close watch on this heart of mine.
Hi, this is Sonny.
And Cher.
And we're saying hello to Arnie Ginsburg. And I got Woo Babe. I got Woo Babe. I got Woo Woo Babe.
And of course, Sonny and Cher are back together on television. I understand they're kind of friendly again. In fact, Cher is knitting a blanket for Sonny for this Christmas. She's knitting it out of the lint in her navel, which we all see on TV. All right, Gilly, we want to tell you that you can feel at home when you're on the road. Gilly's of Gilly's Ashmont Electronics, Plastow, New Hampshire. And don't forget to ask Gilly how you can win a beautiful 1950s jukebox. That's at Gilly's Ashmont Electronics in Plastow, New Hampshire.
Hi, my name is Ann from Star Furniture of Brockton, and I have a very sad story.
Star Furniture is open today, Sunday till 6 p.m.
The Worcester Art Museum will present the art and culture of the early republic, a day-long symposium featuring 4 distinguished American scholars, April 24th. WROR also reminds you details are available from the museum.
WROR.
Solid Gold Ginsburg here, Martha and the Vandals, a heat wave. And go. Martha of Martha Reeves and the Vandellas, Heat Wave, Elvis Presley with something we all know and love, Money Honey. Old Elvis sounded like this way back when.
Landlord to ring my front door bell. Money, honey, if you want to get along with me.
Elvis Presley, that's early Elvis for sure. You notice his voice was a lot higher back then. That happens with singers. They get older, their voice gets deeper, except Frankie Valli. Okay, Arnie Ginsburg, you're spending the weekend with Woo Woo right here on the Golden Great 98. The second week of the Plywood Ranch grand opening in Braintree starts Monday, so come down to 290 Quincy Avenue and save during the Plywood Ranch grand opening sale. Now, if you are the 6th caller at 523-2465, you get the tickets and the album too. 523-2465. The 6th caller is the winner.
Hi, this is Bobby V sharing the oldies with you on the Golden Great 98.
Fortunes, here it comes again. And Carolyn St. Laurent of 27 East Elm Street in Everett, Massachusetts. She was the 6th caller, and she wins a small fortune of 4 tickets to the Funny Car Show at New England Dragway next Sunday, and also an oldies album.
The Golden Great 98, WROR.
Talk to me.
Talk to me, all the tops and pops out of the past. Arnie Ginsburg wooing you on WROR. I ring the bell for Dell's radio and TV. Look, if your car radio just isn't working right, I tell you, if everything sounds lousy, you want to go down to Dell's. Radio and TV, 526 Gallivan Boulevard, Dorchester. They've been in business over 35 years, and boy, if they know auto radio repair, installation, sales, and service, 35 years, they know what they're doing. And they get the servicing of auto radio, stereo tape systems, CB radios, burglar alarms, and they're your specialists for in-AM, FM tape players. They'll take your old radio and trade for one of their new systems. You love them. Fast service, quality merchandise, fair prices, 8-track decks starting as low as $39.95. Yeah, Dell does ring the bell. And I tell you, Dell wants you to enjoy your favorite oldie on your newly repaired radio or brand new system. Just drive in. There is no reason to be listening to a lousy sounding radio. They can do it for you while you wait, probably. Dell's Radio and TV, 526 Gallivan Boulevard in Dorchester. And if you live in the South Shore, you can just take the Southeast Expressway and right in Neponset Circle. Just go up the Gallivan Boulevard, 526 Gallivan Boulevard, and you're at Dell's. What's the weather? Well, we know it's going to be a nice day tomorrow. Tonight will be around the 30s and tomorrow sunny with highs in the low 50s. Which brings us to motorcycles again. Okay, motorcycle weather, spring here, spring Kawasaki sale at Riverside Kawasaki, Somerville. You can call them 628-6400.
WROR.
Sing along! All right, my friends, it's 2 o'clock. You've been riding along with Woo Woo Ginsburg right here on WROR. We'll see you next Sunday at 2-2, the Woo Woo. Don't forget, an hour of the Carpenters coming up.
Only true in fairy tales, and for someone else.
You never know what you'll find, so check in often.